Hello and welcome to Big Tech Tutorials. And in this video, I will be showing you how to fit text along or around a path. Now, for this example, I have this photo of a mountain you see here. And let's say you wanted to put some text along the curve of this mountain here. Well, first, what we have to do is we have to create a path so that the text can follow. So to create a simple path, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this three-point curve tool over here, and I'm going to create a simple path for my text to follow. Just bear with me as I create this path. There we go. Good enough. Alright, now that we've created a path, what you want to do is go and select your text tool over here, and then type out whatever text you want to put along that path. In my case, we're going to put high mountains. I'm just typing that out here. All right. Then, using your selector tool, which is this one here, the pick tool, um, go ahead and size the font to about a decent size or close to the size you're going to want the final result to be in. You can always adjust in a bit, but for now, just try to get it as close as possible. And then once you're ready, go on over to this text drop down here and find where it says fit text to path, and then you'll have this icon show up here. And what you do is you head on over really close to the path we just created, and there you see it starts to align itself on the path. Now you can go above the path, you can go directly on it just by moving your mouse up or down, and then you can set it here. Now, if you think you might want to adjust it in a bit, that's totally fine. You can still do it after you've already set it. So let's say you accidentally put it here, and that's not actually where you want it. Well, I guess I clicked on it. It's good that that happened. What's going on there? Oh, there we go. I guess it's just a refresh issue. All right, so that did work out. Okay, but let's say, like I said, you don't like that placement. Well, it's not a problem. You go in here and you see these little dots here. If you click on the very first one, you can click it and drag that text along that path to get a more desired result. So let's say that's about where I wanted it. And then, like I mentioned earlier, at this point you can still click on it and adjust the point of your font. That's a little too big. It's all bunching up at the end there. Let's say we're going to go with 48. Seems pretty decent. Now, if you're going to want to change the font, you want to do that right now. Because once we remove that path, that looks real nice. Okay, because once we remove that path, it will no longer be constrained along the line properly. And I'll show you what I mean. So, let's say you chose that font, and then we click on this line twice to get it isolated, and then we're going to go and hit the delete button on our keyboard, and we'll get rid of that line. And then let's say, no, you know what, I didn't like that font after all, and you want to go and select a different font. If you attempt to do that, as you can see, it is no longer following the path that we created earlier. It's attempting to, but since the font it has different dimensions, it's going to throw it off, and then you'll be forced to start all over. So it's very important that you create uh, the complete graphic before removing that path. That way you don't have to do any more changes and you won't end up messing up your photo. Alright, and we have another example here. So this is the NBC logo. So let's say you wanted to put something over the top of this here, and then what you would do is The same thing, only this time to create a path, it's actually quite easy to do that with a circle because of the logo itself. So let's say that is close enough for what we want. And that's close enough right there. So you do the same thing. You would type out what you're going to put over your image or around it with the pick tool. Make some adjustments. An hour later is fine. Go over to your text tool, text drop down, I'm sorry. Fit text to path and fit it. Now another thing, see how we have a perfectly round circle? It was not round, it's a little oval, but what I mean is if you wanted to center this directly above the circle that you've created, if you have that circle perfectly centered to the image, as you drag along, you'll notice a red line. See that right there? That when that red line appears right there, that means that you have the text perfectly centered above the path. So if you had that, if I had taken the time to put that circle directly centered along with that NBC logo, this would be dead center right here. As soon as that, see if I move a little over, the red line disappears. As soon as it happens right there, that's directly above. And there we go. See? And then the same thing, you can go and you can change the font, you can change the font size. And like I said, you want to do that all while you still have that path. Because once you click on this path twice, isolate it, and hit the delete button, you won't be able to make any more changes. Well, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. Please leave in the comment section if you anything else that you might want to learn, and I'll be glad to make the video for you. But for today, that's it, guys. Thank you for visiting my channel, and I'll see you next time.